There are operations so deep, so hidden within the architecture of global power, that even mentioning them inside secure government rooms triggers an instinctive silence. This one began with a whisperin', unexplained disturbance inside a remote corner of the world where a rogue state had been quietly reshaping its military capabilities. Satellite sweeps revealed nothing unusual. Intelligence channels detected no public shifts. Yet something beneath the surface was changing. It was a movement so subtle that only the most sensitive instruments of global surveillance could sense it, like the faint tremor before a seismic event. And in the stillness of that early warning, the CIA recognized the dark outline of a threat that would require one of the most sophisticated infiltration operations in modern history. The environment in which the anomaly emerged was already dense with geopolitical tension. The rogue state in question had long operated in isolation, insulated by layers of secrecy and internal propaganda. Its military structure existed behind a curtain of deception, allowing it to build, test, and reposition assets without external scrutiny. Yet inside the heart of Langley, analysts detected a small crack in that curtain. Mismatched pattern in satellite thermal readings suggested underground activity not previously cataloged. A shift in encrypted radio frequencies hinted at a restructuring of command channels. Even the movement of supply convoys across barren landscapes appeared too coordinated, too efficient. Something was taking shape, something powerful and hidden. The discovery phase accelerated when cyberintelligence stumbled upon a peculiar set of digital signatures embedded within the rogue state's internal communication traffic. These signatures were inconsistent with the nation's usual encryption protocols and carried spectral modulations that indicated foreign technology. Analysts mapped the frequency clusters and noticed their recurring alignment with military logistics updates, suggesting the presence of an internal network invisible to standard surveillance. Signals intelligence teams examined radio sweeps and detected faint echoes of command transmissions rebounding off mountain terrain. The echoes carried distortion patterns that were unfamiliar, as if a sophisticated relay system had been embedded deep underground. Every layer of data pointed toward a growing military project, one deliberately hidden, yet increasingly detectable. As the anomalies accumulated, the CIA escalated the matter to a crisis-level alert. A covert task force was formed, an integrated unit combining field operatives, cyber specialists, satellite engineers, and analysts from multiple departments. Their mission was not simply observation, it was infiltration. They needed to penetrate the rogue state's military structure from the inside, uncover its hidden project, and neutralize whatever threat was quietly expanding. The task force began by establishing deep surveillance nodes across neighboring countries. Operatives entered border towns under civilian identities, embedding themselves into local networks. Drones disguised as commercial aircraft scanned transport routes. Covert listening posts captured conversations from military officers traveling abroad. The shadows grew longer as hidden meetings, surface gatherings of high-ranking commanders in abandoned industrial sites. Coded exchanges conducted through radio silence windows, and the sudden rise of unfamiliar faces within the state's military hierarchy. Confirmation arrived when a deep cover agent smuggled out fragments of classified documents from a compromised military clerk. The documents revealed the blueprint of a clandestine military initiative known internally as Project Stormheart. Its objective was startling: the creation of a parallel command structure answerable only to a secret council within the state's leadership. This parallel military was being equipped with advanced weaponry, underground bunkers, and encrypted communication channels beyond the reach of international intelligence. Project Stormheart was designed to become a shadow army, capable of carrying out covert operations, internal purges, and cross-border strikes without leaving a trace of accountability. It was a silent force, invisible to the world, loyal only to the regime's most radical faction. The danger was no longer theoretical, it was unfolding in real time. The CIA's response was immediate and uncompromising. Covert cyber teams penetrated the rogue state's military servers using a zero-day exploit harvested from a foreign intelligence partner. Once inside, they installed microsiphons that extracted slivers of data without altering system behavior. Field operatives planted signal beacons along mountainous paths used by supply convoys, allowing satellites to track their movements with centimeter accuracy. Psychological operations teams manipulated radio chatter, creating subtle miscommunications designed to sow distrust among Stormheart commanders. A specialized infiltration unit was deployed across the border under deep identities, with orders to merge seamlessly into the state's military recruitment pipeline. The tension inside Langley grew as every operation had to be executed with absolute precision. Discovery would trigger a diplomatic collapse or even armed retaliation. The deeper the CIA infiltrated, the darker the revelations became. Agents discovered underground manufacturing sites producing advanced weapon systems concealed beneath civilian infrastructure. Satellite sweeps identified subterranean tunnels connecting military bases, enabling rapid troop movement without surface detection. Cyber teams intercepted encrypted transmissions that hinted at the development of a long-range missile platform hidden inside a mountain facility. The Shadow Army was preparing for something large, something coordinated, something that would reshape the region's balance of power. The operation grew riskier as agents ventured deeper into restricted zones, gathering intel while evading biometric checkpoints, military patrols, and surveillance drones scanning for intruders. The operation reached its climax when surveillance identified a command bunker believed to be the nucleus of Project Stormheart. It was located beneath a remote valley, shielded by electromagnetic dampeners that masked its presence from satellite sensors. To infiltrate it, the CIA coordinated a multi-layered plan involving deception, cyber warfare, and human penetration. A field agent already embedded within the rogue states. Military was assigned to accompany a convoy delivering encrypted command modules to the bunker. Meanwhile, cyber teams launched a coordinated pulse attack to disrupt the bunker's internal sensors for a narrow time window. As the convoy approached, a drone deployed high-altitude interference, masking the agent's identity from automated authentication systems. In that brief interval of digital chaos, the agent slipped into the core facility. What they discovered inside was more alarming than expected. The bunker was not only a command center, it was a control hub for an impending military mobilization. Digital dashboards displayed timelines, troop movements, and strike coordinates for a preemptive regional operation. The rogue state intended to activate Stormheart simultaneously across multiple borders, overwhelming neighboring defenses in minutes. The CIA operative transmitted the data through a microburst channel before being extracted by a covert team disguised as emergency technicians. The actionable intelligence provided the agency with the full blueprint of the Shadow military's attack plan. The resolution unfolded with the same quiet precision that had defined the operation from the start, without revealing any traces of external interference. The CIA manipulated internal communication channels to trigger distrust among the Stormheart leadership. Satellite jamming severed the link between the command bunker and its field operatives. Prepositioned operatives planted false evidence, suggesting a coup within the Shadow Army's ranks. As confusion spread through the parallel command structure, the main military leadership, unaware of the CIA's involvement, moved to crush what they believed was an internal insurrection. The Shadow Army collapsed under the weight of its own paranoia. Project Stormheart was dismantled, its commanders imprisoned or executed by their own state, and the remaining infrastructure quietly disabled through a series of unexplained system failures. No headlines ever mentioned the operation. No world leader publicly acknowledged the danger that had been neutralized. The global stage continued without disruption, unaware of the war that had been fought in silence beneath its surface. The rogue state reported the collapse of a corrupt military faction, never realizing that the CIA had orchestrated the entire downfall from within its own arteries. In the final reflection, the operation stood as a testament to the hidden world that shapes history without leaving fingerprints. Intelligence work exists in a realm where victories are invisible, where the most dangerous battles unfold without a single shot fired in public view. The operatives who infiltrated the rogue state returned to anonymity, their actions sealed behind classified walls, their names erased from official records. Yet the world moved forward safely because of their unseen courage. In the dim corridors of global power, where shadows hold secrets and silence is a weapon, the quiet guardians of intelligence continue their eternal watch-fighting battles the world will never know, protecting futures that will never recognize their sacrifice.